Hello students. Okay, so this is assignment 4.4. I'm not going to do the first few questions because those are just testing you on the basic concepts. I'm going to leave them to you. Basically, the idea is regardless of whether we take a quadratic function and write it in terms of the factorized form or the completing the square form, there are certain information we can pick up so that we can sketch the graph, right? So that's what the first few questions are for. I'm going to jump straight in and show you how this sketching part is done, and hopefully you have been successful. So let's compare the answers here. So here we have something that's already factorized, and they want us to sketch the graph of each of the following functions stating the coordinates of the turning point. So remember, this time round we want to fill up the coordinates, right? We got to write it down. Write down the coordinates. Okay, so follow instruction accordingly. But before we do that, let's do the usual. Okay, so when x is equals to 0, y is equals to 3 times negative 1, which is equals to negative 3. So this will be my y-intercept, right? Okay, so therefore, we can even write it down, y-intercept, okay, is at the point 0, negative 3. Right? So after that, we also want to find the roots. So when y is equals to 0, x is equals to negative 3, or x is equals to 1. Therefore, the x-intercepts are, okay, we have negative 3, 0, and 1, 0. So we're at these points already, okay? What we will also want to do is to find the line of symmetry, okay? So what happened is a line of symmetry. Line of symmetry will be x equals to the average of the two roots. So I add them out, divided by 2. X is equals to negative 1. So that's the line of symmetry. And when x is equals to negative 1, y is equals to negative 1 plus 3 is 2, negative 1, negative 1, negative 2 equals to negative 4. Therefore, the turning point, or in this case, it will be the minimum point, right? So I can write down according. Minimum point is at negative 1, negative 4. Okay, so that's the information we have. Let me just change the color of my pen so that it's clear, right? So what we do, we know that the minimum point is somewhere in the third quadrant, right? Because negative x value, negative y value. And we know the y-intercept is negative. So the graph will look something like this, right? And then, oops, okay. And then let's mark out all the points that we know, okay? So the turning point over here will be negative 1, negative 4, right? The y-intercept is 0, negative 3. Over here, this will be 1, 0. And over here will be negative 3, 0. Right, this time around I write it in terms of coordinates because that's what the question asked for. Okay, so that's our first graph. Okay, let's continue the second one. Okay, so same procedure again. This time round, here's my pen. When x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. Nice, we know that the graph actually cuts the origin. How about when y is equal to 0, but this time round, x can be 0 or x can be negative 5, right? So same idea. Now I find the line of symmetry. My line of symmetry, my x is equals to the average of these two values, which will give us negative 2.5, right, or 2.5. So we got line of symmetry. Now what happened is we need to find the turning point. So when x is equals to negative 2.5, y is equals to 2.5 multiplied by 7.5. Oops. Come on, where's my pen? Not okay, 7.5. That's a lag, right? Wait. 2.5, 2.5. Oh, backtrack a bit. 2.5 negative 2.5 is 2.5, right? So that will give us, what's a calculator? Here, 2.5 multiplied by 2.5, which equals 6.25. So that's my turning point. Therefore, in this case, it's going to be a maximum point. The maximum point will be at negative 2.5 and 6.25, right? So my graph will look something like this. It will actually cut the origin, right? And let's label all the necessary points. This point here is 0, 0. Here, over here is negative 5, 0. And of course, the turning point over here is negative 2.5, 6.25. There you go. Okay, moving on to the next one. This time round, we are, well, they give us a general form. So we do need to actually factorize it ourselves. So we can do that. So over here, let's go. Y is equals to, let's say we factorize this, right? We will get x, and then we get 4 plus 4 minus 1. Okay, so there, done, successful. Okay, so state the equation of the line of symmetry. So part 2, line of symmetry. Okay, so the roots in this case will be negative 4 and positive 1. So negative 4 plus 1 over 2. So x is equals to negative 3 over 2. There, that's the line of symmetry. Done. Right? And finally, they want us to sketch indicating the coordinates of the turning point, the intercepts. Right? So we can do that. So part 3. Okay. Well, before we do that, we need to find the turning point, right? So when x is equals to negative 3 over 2, y is equals to negative 3 over 2 square plus 3 times negative 3 over 2 minus 4. Okay, so you take our calculator and work it out. Let me see. Calculator, write out 1.5 squared equals plus 3 times 1.5 negative equals minus 4 equals. So negative 6.25, that's what I've got. So let's find the minimum point. That will be negative 3.2, negative 6.25. So it'll be somewhere in the third quadrant. And then the y-intercept, the y-intercept is at negative 4. So it will look something like this, right? Okay, so this point here is negative 3 over 2 or negative 6 and 1/4, which is the same as 6.25. Over here, the coordinate will be 0, negative 4, right? Over here, this one is going to be 1, 0. And over here, this one will be negative 4, 0. Got it, right? Okay, now moving on to the next one. Okay, next scenario, we have this situation, right? So we need to factorize this. Okay, so this is negative x squared plus 2x plus 1. So y is equals to negative x plus 1 squared, right? So what this means is that actually there will be only one x-intercept, right? So the x-intercept is also going to be a line of symmetry. So the line of symmetry, right? This is part 1. Yes, part 1. Part 2, line of symmetry is going to be x equals to negative 1. Okay, so we need the turning point as well. Turning point is, well, it's going to be on the axis, right? So part 3, we're just going to sketch it, right? So part 3, just going to sketch it directly. Once you know what's going on, x equals negative 1. This is a positive, so I mean negative a, so it's going to be, well, it's going to look something like this, right? Where this point over here is going to be negative 1, 0. Okay, and over here, this one is going to be 0, negative 1. Right? There we go. Okay, now for the next set of questions, they want us to do completely the square. Now we can do completing the square, right? So this is y equals to x squared plus 4x plus 2 square minus 2 square plus 5. So y is equals to x plus 2 square minus 4 plus 5 is positive 1. Okay, so that's part 1. So part 2, line of symmetry. Line of symmetry. This time round will just be x equals to negative 2. Okay. Then after that, part 3, you can sketch this. So x equals to negative 2. The turning point is maximum point is at 1. So you look like this. Right? Where over here, this is the line of symmetry. Over here is going to be negative 2, followed by a positive 1. The intersect here, this is the y-intercept, which will happen at 0, 5. And what else do we need to indicate? Well, that's all we need to indicate. There we go. Okay, looks good. One more example, this one. So we have y equals to negative x squared plus 7x minus 6. So y equals to negative x squared plus 7x plus 3.5 squared minus 3.5 squared minus 6. Negative. This will be x plus 3.5 squared. And then we have, let's see, calculator. 3.5 squared is 12.25. 12.25, and then we have 6 there. So it will be negative 18.25. Distribute the negative in. This will be negative x plus 3.5 squared plus 18.25. Right? So this is part 1. Part 2. Therefore, line of symmetry is going to be x equals to negative 3.5. Okay. So x equals to negative 3.5 is over here. Then positive. Okay, it's N-shaped curve. So it will look something like this. Right? So let's mark out the points. Here is the line of symmetry. This point over here will give us negative 3.5, 18.25. Right? Over here, this one will give us 0, 6. Now, so in this case, there's x-intercept. So we need to find the x-intercept, right? So we can do this. We have when y is equal to 0, we have x plus 3.5 square equals to 18.25. X plus 3.5 will be equals to, let's see, I square root this, 4.272 plus minus, right? So 4.272 minus 3.5 will give us, this will be 0.7720, and on this side negative 7.770. So x is equals to 0.772 or negative 7.77. Right? Okay. Is that the last example? Oh, there's more. One more example to go. Sure, we can do this. Right? So y is equals to 2 x squared minus 2.5x minus 9. Right? Y is equals to 2 x squared. Okay, let's write this in fraction. Okay, so minus 5 over 2 x plus 5 over 4 square minus 5 over 4 square minus 9. So y is equals to 2. X minus 5 over 4 square. So on the other part, I need to use my calculator. So we have 5 divided by 16. So it's minus 10.5625. Okay, right. Multiply by 2. 2. X minus 5 over 4 square minus 21 and 1 over 8. Okay, looks good. So that's part 1, right? So part 2, line of symmetry. X equals to 5 over 4, right? Okay, so that means X is positive, Y is negative. That would be the U-shaped curve. So you look something like this, right? So this point over here, this will be my 5 over 4, 21, negative 21 and 1 over 8. And over here will be 0, negative 18. So we need to find the x-intercept for this, right? So the x bar 3, x-intercept, that means when y equals to 0, 2x minus 5 over 4 square equals to 21 and 1 over 8. X minus 5 over 4 square equals to, this I divide by 2. Go back to 10.5625. Okay, sure. Okay, and then we square root this. So x minus 5 over 4 equals to plus minus 3.25, is 3¼ So x will be equals to plus 5 divided by 4.5, or oops, I can make this 5 divided by 4 minus 3.25 or negative 2. Okay, so we got that. Over here will be 4.50. Over here will be negative 20. Right, yeah, that's what I got. I hope you have been successful. Okay, all the best.